Oh, it is a V-nickel. Sweet. Oh, 1894, baby. Well, I just did a hunt on a piece of property that's not very old. The house was built in 90 or 95, 90, I think. But there are neighboring houses on the other side of the woods that are very old, so the ground probably saw some use. There was a lot of iron in the soil, but there were quiet patches, and you know, the homeowner told me a lot of loam had been brought in, and the one place that he felt was interesting was currently flooded because we've gotten some rain in some woods. It's got a little bit of a marshland, so I may come back and check that out. We just found modern change. I just gave it to him. I thought, you know, he has his own detector. He hasn't really learned how to use it, but he was really interested. So, you know, he followed me around, and I, you know, gave him some tips, and we tried out his detector, and, you know, I recommended he go check out, you know, YouTube videos for it. It was a White's detector. And they make good detectors over at White's, so. And then, you know, at the end of the day, just to say thank you, he gave me this, which is one of these rolls of pennies from eBay that has old pennies in it. On one end there's a wheat cent, and on the other head there's an Indian head. So I'm going to have a real lot of fun looking through this. I'm sure that I'm going to be quite tickled. That was really nice of him. He did not have to do that, but he had a good time, and he expressed an interest in, you know, like going out and detecting with me sometimes. So always good to make friends. You know, sometimes the best finds are above the ground. Anyway, maybe I'll definitely record what I find in this roll. But yeah, that's it for this one. So see you on the next hunt. Okay. I'm at my mom's house, so we're kind of working makeshift here. But this is that lovely eBay roll that the homeowner who had me on his property today gave me as a sort of a gift, just to say thank you, which was super nice. I'm really, really grateful to him. I mean, there shouldn't be anything super rare in here. These eBay sellers who put these things together, they charge, you know, anywhere from $13 to $25 for one of these rolls, and you know, there might be a few common Indian heads in there, but there shouldn't be any, like, I'm not going to find any 1877s in here, but any Indian head penny is wonderful, so I'm already thrilled. So we'll see what's in here. Let's check it out. Okay. Now, I don't have my little screwdriver that I use, so we'll just have to unpeel this by hand. Alright, so this is the lovely Indian head that was at the end, and it is in 1891. So at least it's, come on, focus. So at least it is a 19th century coin. That's very nice. 1891. Back looks beautiful. No corrosion on it. Alright. The rest of these I expect will probably be wheats. So let's see here. Yep, that's a wheatie. 50. Okay, so these are in the 50s. There's a 19. That looks like it might be a 37. Can you see the date? 47 maybe? It's really beat. I mean, being that beat, I might expect it to be 1917. Could be. Could be a 17. This is a very awkward way to work. Let's see what else we got here. 44. That's a memorial back with a blob of gunk over the date. That memorial back penny. And 49. 51. Yeah, so it's all wheat pennies. All mostly 50s. A few 40s. Might have been one in the 30s there. And then this very nice 1891 Indian head penny. This is great. I hope he didn't spend too much money on these. He mentioned that he loved old coins and that he had bought a number of these rolls. So I hope he didn't spend too much. I hope he got a good deal on them. But I'm quite happy to get this 1891 Indian head. But I think I'll put this one in a coin flip because it's special to me, because it was given to me as a gift by a very nice person who absolutely didn't need to give it to me. That was really nice of him. He did not have to do that. And I am very grateful. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll edit it down. Yeah, I had fun looking through that roll. And I did have fun detecting today. You know, I got to meet a nice guy, talk to him, spend some time with him, help him take a look at his detector, get a sense of how it worked. Thank you, and I will see you on the next hunt. Well, it is Saturday, May 11th. I have a couple of hours free. So I'm here at a house that was built in the late 1930s. Now, ordinarily, that's a little bit new for me. Not generally the kind of thing I'd be interested in. But there's a house across the street that was built in 1840. And there's a house over here that was built in 1875 adjoining this property. And just down there is the 1840 house that I found that Italian coin at. It's literally, I can see it from here. So the area is old. It's an old use area. And this plot of land probably belonged to the neighboring house. So it may have seen some use. It may have been part of that property and saw some use. I've been looking at the grass in the back, and it looks pretty good. Here, let me show you. This is the kind of thing we like to see when we're detectorists. This lawn is not even. You know, it's not all smooth and even and carefully graded. As you can see, it's got some shape to it. That tells you that it's older. That tree back there looks very old. I do love these spruces. Unfortunately, they're on the other side of the fence. So the ground here, a little bumpy. So there might be something here. We're going to start in the front, see what we can find. And the owner actually does own a metal detector. He's a kind of an amateur with it, so he did search this property when he first got here, and he didn't really find anything, but that doesn't mean anything. We may find something. We'll see. Anyway, history awaits. Let's get to it. Well, my guess is that this is probably a rosy dime that I just popped here, but I like the color. It might be a silver one. Like I said, house was built in the late 30s, so you would have had silver rosy dimes starting 1946 all the way up to 64. Have a look at it. That does look like a silver color to me. Let's get it out of there and see what we can see. Extraction begins. Okay, it's not a rosy. That is a Mercury Dime for sure, which means it is, yay, a silver dime. 1942. Alright, so we have a silver coin. Let's get some of that dirt off the back. I don't want to rub it, so let's we'll use a little chuck and squirt. And see if we can clean that off. There we go. There you go. Now you can see the details. Look at that. Sun's a little too bright, huh? Whew. There we go. There you go, look at that. Ain't she pretty? 1942. Must be a P. Because I don't see a mint mark next to the, whatever the heck that thing is on the back. There would be a D right next to it. I don't see it, so. Yep. Great. Well, we bagged a little piece of silver, and any day you find silver is a good day. Well, I've been working this yard maybe for an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. Other than that, 42 Merc Dime, nothing else in the front lawn. My suspicion is, based on what I've been hearing and what I've been finding, the lawn was regraded when the house was built and hasn't been degraded since. So the lawn is original to, say, 1935, 1939, somewhere in that era. Which explains why I'm finding like a lot of wheat pennies from the 30s and 40s. I found maybe 5 or 6 wheat pennies, all from that era. And the one Merc Dime. I did just dig a very old artifact, though. Have a look. Not made of anything precious, but it's old. Very old iron buckle. Could have been a tack buckle of some kind, I think. Solid iron and very, very deep. Was giving me kind of a funny signal, mostly because of the shape of it and the depth of it. But that's pretty neat. Corroded to heck. I could try tumbling it. It may fall apart when I do. We'll see. Anyway, that's pretty old. I'll take it. Very nice. Well, that was a fun little hunt. I don't know, maybe 2 hours. It's kind of a small lot. Nice yard, nice people, and some interesting finds. Here, let's go over what we found. Alright, so we had a few memorial pennies, as you can see, and a whole bunch of wheat pennies. It looks like 11 wheat pennies. They're all from the 30s, 40s, and a couple from the 50s. We had this lovely little button. It is a 2-piece button. I don't know how old it is. I don't think it dates back to the 1800s. My guess is probably early 1900s. I'll have to check it a little bit more closely when I can, get it under a loop and toothpick it a little bit. This is a big old chunk of lead. Not sure what it was being used for, but that's a very commonly used metal back in the olden days. This is a little bit of nothing. It was made in England. I'll end up throwing that away. That's old. That's a beautiful old iron buckle. And of course the find of the day was this lovely little 1942p Mercury Dime, which looks to be in pretty good shape. Doesn't look bad. So we scored a little silver, and at least something pretty old. So, not a bad hunt. Not a bad hunt at all. Sure would love to get on some of these neighboring properties, so some very old ones. But all things in time. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed sharing it with you. And I will see you on the next hunt. I'm just rattling on. Thank you. Have a good night. No, that's not how it goes, Charles. What do you say? See you on the next hunt. Thank you, and I will see you on the next hunt.